Warning, Lee is still here. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Gotham, Season 3, Episode 4, New Day Rising. Not believe we're already 4 episodes in. I'm your host, Dom. With me, we have Nikki and John. How's it going? I guess it's hard for me to grasp that there's been 4 episodes already because I missed one of the podcasts, so I'm still like, oh, this is only the 3rd episode, but, you know. But, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the first episode you missed, or was it the
Yeah,
second?
it was the first one.
Okay.
Baby Batcat Fanatic in chat is saying Lee needs to go back down south, and I think
Lee just needs to disappear forever.
I agree with you. I actually was very happy that we got Lee this episode because we did kind of finally hear her reasoning for leaving, whether or not that's a good reason or not. You know, we got it. So because
I mean, Gordon
when Gordon got
in
knocked
jail.
out. He got knocked out because he was on a 48-hour suicide watch or 24-hour suicide watch or whatever. He was handcuffed to Lee's chair, and you know she said how much it hurt, and she was there by herself, and he was in jail though, wasn't he? Like wasn't he in the asylum or something at this point? So it's not like it was his choice.
The first 6 months that they were apart, he was in the asylum.
Yeah, so it's not like he was there by choice. So, I mean, I get that it was a rough, traumatic experience for her, and she kept hoping he would come home. I get that. I understand that. That's really terrible, terrible thing to go through, whether or not people are around. I can only imagine if people aren't around, how much worse it is. But, for that to be her sole excuse to, stop talking to Jim, and we still don't know what happened when Jim went to visit her. It was kind of alluded to when Barnes had mentioned something about it, but that was the last thing we saw in season 2 was him leaving to go find her, and then he's already back doing work by the time we get back, so we don't know what happened out there.
Well, there was a flashback. It showed Jim walking up to Lee's house with a bouquet of flowers, and he peers in through the window and sees her kissing Mario.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what happened. He just walked away at that point, like, no, I guess she's done. She's done with me.
He wouldn't even try to talk to her?
No.
I don't know.
I guess he didn't want to, interrupt at that point because seems like she had made a life for herself.
Yeah.
But, I still... You're right. He could have just said, well, I was a little bit in prison. I mean, I guess he could have called, but really she didn't provide him with, a number.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. There was no way to get in touch, so she kind of, set a trap.
She was the one that before he went in, she goes, we'll make it work, I'm not leaving, all this stuff, and I understand that, that losing the baby is very traumatic, and it's going to change a lot of the way you think about things. I get that. But still, the fact that she was still, she knew what she was getting herself into, and now blames him for it, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, the way that it was explained last season from Harvey to Jim was that she just left.
Yeah.
She lost the baby and she just left.
And Wendell's saying, she miscarried, dude. That's incredibly hard to deal with. And I understand that. I 100% understand that. I've had, a close member of my family miscarry, and, it was not happy for anyone. And like I said, it's really hard to deal with people. I couldn't imagine dealing with that by yourself.
Alone.
No, by any means. I can't. But to put all the blame on Jim is not right either, especially when he's locked up against his will. It's not like Jim was no, deal with this by yourself, and, left her. That's not what happened. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure if he even knew at the point that she lost the baby, he would have been doing everything to try to outreach.
If anybody did, even Bullock would have been there to help in Jim's absence, but, is kind of...
And the thing is, she was, or at least she seemed to be, pretty far along when she did miscarry, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
even worse.
Yeah.
So... But, yeah. And then we had more at the GCPD, we had the Alice interrogation. you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she's sitting there worried, you know, she's telling everyone she's worried that her brother's going to come, you know, she was controlled by her brother and he basically wanted, you know, some inner
I,
family relations.
Yeah.
it did seem like the way she worded it, it did come off as that he wanted to be more than her big brother.
Mm-hmm.
Which is disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, she
I'm.
worded it as feelings a brother should not have for his sister,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
you know. So,
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's a little.
I agree.
It, no, it's
mm-mm.
like uncomfortable to talk about.
It is.
But I mean, you can. She also went into detail explaining that her affliction is of the blood and his is of the mind. That's how their powers work. And I mean, I guess you could see him drawing that connection to them
Mm.
because their powers work in the same way. They both make people insane.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
you even see like he knows like her fear of that and he's using that against her. Like he's drawing
Hmm.
vials of it, syringes even, you know, of it. And yeah, and
I can't
and
even.
he's threatening like using it as blackmail that he's going to take it and put it in people's water sources for drinking fountains and stuff and it's just like, you know, I'll do whatever you say, you know. So I was just like, no, this is going to be really really gross. Don't do whatever he says.
Hmm.
Well, my thought was when that happened was like, because obviously spreading this on a wide scale would be horribly destructive. But I was thinking, like, could this be like the beta version of the Joker's toxin? Because it kind of, you know, makes you a zombie, but it also kind of makes you a little crazy. But
Right.
if you kind of smush that in with
Well,
what
she
Scarecrow uses and
Yeah,
stuff like that, and
I
we
was kind of drawing
only
parallels to Scarecrow because of the fear part.
we only really saw how it affected the landlord. That's the only person that we've seen it affect, and they
It's
did
true.
say this
right,
episode the effects are different for everybody. So, I mean, at
Yeah.
the very end of the episode, you know, we see some of Alice's blood getting in Barnes' eye, right?
Oh my
And he
which is
starts,
upsetting.
yeah, he starts like mega raging, and then all of a sudden he's just like no, or so he says something weird like that, and it like just stops. So it seems like something that he may be able to control or channel.
Right.
So I don't know.
That's
That
interesting.
that that is going to be really interesting. I'm curious to see what they're going to go with him. If they're going to make him into some kind of DC villain, you know, that is known or something like that. You know, what if he ends up becoming Bane? Like, you know, I don't know.
That'd be really interesting because Barnes right now, I mean, his character is lacking big time. So,
Yeah, I mean they tried to give him a decent story. I liked his story last season, but this season I don't like him at all.
mm-mm.
Like I don't know what it's just like, you know, him and uh, Gordon, they're basically at each other's throats, you know, the whole time. And I was actually kind of surprised when Barnes saved Gordon from, you know, shooting himself in the first place. But
Whacked him
Yeah.
with his cane.
yeah,
What?
Stop it.
Whack.
and that was still probably for selfish reasons. He probably didn't want to clean the mess up, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, no reason other than that. But like they're butting heads the whole episode, and I just love the scene where they were having this big discussion, and Bullock was in the room, and Bullock just goes, "You know, I bet I'd make a kick-ass PI," and he just like get out. You know,
Out of here.
that was like my favorite scene this episode.
It was
So
really funny.
yeah. Wendell Marshall in chat is saying not Bane. A lot of people think he's going to be Solomon Grundy, and that would actually be really cool. Um, so I don't know. Why don't you like Bane? He's like the dad of the precincts, stern, but loves them all. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But no, but I think Solomon Grundy would be actually fantastic for him. So that would be cool. Um,
I guess I'll find out.
Yes. But we're also see Gordon dealing with a lot of issues. This episode, he's dealing with the lasting like hypnosis effects that he has, and everything that kind of sounds like a clock tick is sending him back into the trance.
And see, my mind went straight to the movie Hook with the giant crocodile clock thing.
The
and
mustache twitching.
Yes. Yes. Right on, Disney.
Yeah.
Everlasting impression.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting because then we see him get broken out by Bullock when he's in the 24-hour suicide watch, and they go directly to Jervis Tech's hideout in the carnival storage
Yeah.
place.
It was like a warehouse.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like the perfect hideout for him. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, can't really go wrong there. It's the Mad Hatter. I don't know. I actually like the decoration of that scene. It was like really kooky and creepy. I mean, it fits. I mean, obviously they have like a really good theme with like how they just dressed the whole show, but I really liked how that looked.
Yeah, I mean, it still had like an Alice in Wonderland kind of feel to it because you
Yeah.
had her in the blue dress, which is very intentional, and you do that, and then even bring in the luchadors. You had the master wrestlers, the tweeds.
They were so funny.
They weren't Tweedles, they were Tweeds, but yeah,
The Tweeds.
they were
I love them so
essentially
much.
the Tweedles, but yeah.
Yes.
And then when that brawl scene and everything, and then you have Bullock interrogating one of them, and he's like, Jervis, he gained one sister and you lost two brothers. I don't think that's really fair.
He was gonna cry.
Oh, he was so
He had
upset.
the quivering lip, and I was just like, oh, I feel for you, little guy. And when I say little, he's not a little guy, but I said little guy anyways.
Yeah.
But it was just like his lip was all quivering. I'm like, oh.
But
Harvey actually set fire to the mask. Not
He
a
did.
lot of
He did.
damage, but that's awful. That is awful.
Got him to
That
talk.
is low for even Harvey. I don't care.
yeah.
He
It
could have
worked.
gone lower. He could have gone lower.
I would have went in and like doused the thing in gasoline. I wouldn't have, set it on fire. That's just me.
Mm.
Gasoline could kind of be washed out. Fire, you can't fix the damage
Kind
of
of.
that. Yeah. Luckily, it was
Eh.
only the chin strap, so
Yeah.
that could be replaced for the funeral service, because they have to get buried in it. That was the thing that did it for me. I was like, because that is a thing that is very ceremonial. To do that and to actually set fire, that's just wrong. I didn't agree with that. But yeah, I don't know. And they ended in the big shootout where Alice falls, she dies. Hatter's like admitting his love for her, and yeah.
He definitely yelled, "You killed her," and not "I killed her."
Right.
So he's blaming it on Gordon.
Oh, for sure.
sure.
For sure.
Of course.
For sure. So it's not the end of the Mad Hatter, people. He's going to be back,
Oh,
and with
yeah.
a vengeance.
Oh yeah, but at
course.
least Jim broke the spell. He could go under
Oh, yeah.
another one, but he broke the initial one.
He's
Yeah.
okay for now.
Yeah.
He's not gonna want to just jump in front of a moving vehicle that's a bazillion tons in the middle of
No.
the street.
Do you really think someone in Gotham is gonna pull him back off the street? Maybe, I guess.
It happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened.
Yeah.
There was that one good person in Gotham, and Jim just happened to be in front of him.
But he was a dick about it too. He like pulled him back and like started trash talking him.
Well, to be fair, Jim was being stupid. Somebody had to tell him straight.
I mean, you guys live in New York. That's what Gotham's based off of. Do you really think
Come
someone in
on
New York
over
is gonna
here.
do that? Like pull you back?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I've seen people do that.
Oh my god.
especially with the subway.
Yeah.
This,
You know.
it's the stereotype that New York is full of assholes is just
Not really a
no,
stereotype.
guys. It's no, it is. There's a lot of nice people in New York, and I was one of those people who put the stereotype on New York. And then I came here and I was scared. And then out there on my own, I found out that there's a lot of nice people.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. People just keep to themselves. It doesn't mean they're mean, but they're just
Only the taxi drivers are mean.
yeah. But I don't take taxi, so it works out.
No,
Yeah.
Subway.
Yeah, we had election day, right?
Oh God.
Make Gotham safe again.
Oh my God, I just felt puked.
I mean, John was the one that pointed out the slogan on the button last week, and here we
Mhm.
go. We actually had the slogan spoken out loud. So
Also, he looked very orange.
The spray tan. I
yeah,
was like,
he had the Donald Trump spray tan. They were
So
really
funny.
painting literally him to be Donald Trump.
The thing is, though, he's not. I would vote for Penguin any day.
Yeah.
It's kind of the
Oh.
same thing.
No, it's not.
They're both
It's
crooks.
different.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, well,
I don't hate
Penguin
Donald
knows
Trump.
it. He doesn't care. He's not hiding it.
I don't like Donald Trump. I don't hate Donald Trump. So that's where I stand.
Yeah,
with that.
well, when it comes to Gotham, I'm choosing Penguin over Aubrey.
Yeah, Mayor
Aubrey.
McCheese.
Did Aubrey delete his emails? But I was waiting for like a campaign slander like that, you know. But right off the bat, we see Nigma and Butch not getting along.
Yeah. Well, because, like, Penguin's just flirting with him in front of everybody, and Butch is getting jealous, man.
Mhm.
And yes, I meant flirting. Because,
I know.
my God,
By
I was just like, they're going to kiss. They're going to do it. Today's the episode. This is it.
I was
It's getting there.
expecting
It
something too.
Just didn't happen.
But I mean, Penguin was just so blinded by the fact that he wanted to win that he didn't see what Nigma was doing in the background, like saying, hey, if you listen to me, you're going to win. You don't need Butch to, start strong-arming people and paying people off.
Yeah, I mean it's very true because if you cheat to win, it's not as satisfying as actually winning.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
No.
So that's really the lesson that he wanted to show Penguin here, and when Penguin found out that Nigma was going behind his back, taking all the bribe money back, which he didn't give back to Penguin for the record, right? It seems like he pocketed that money.
Or he's just, holding on to it until he got
maybe
found out.
But he takes all the winnings back, or all the bribes back, and he's like, "Look, you're still gonna win." And at this point, Penguin's furious. He's got Butch holding him at gunpoint, ready to pull the trigger. And then amidst all this, Penguin wins the election, right? And all of a sudden, he's overjoyed, and basically turns on Butch. Not really, because
You didn't believe in me, you big bugger, you with the fake hand and
things would have went so different.
pitbull face.
Things would have been so different if Penguin lost the election.
Oh, yeah, no. There would have been a hole in Nigma's head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nigma would no longer be around.
No.
No.
So, I was glad, that it played out that way for Nigma. I think it was fantastic. His riddle that he did was not like crazy over the top like we've, nitpicked him for in the past. I think it fit perfectly here. Even
did.
Penguin shooting him down like, I don't care about your fucking riddles right now, So,
I mean, we're all looking at it as if, like, it's Penguin and Nigma, woohoo. But, I mean, Nigma's riddle was meant for, like, the people looking at Penguin. Like, they love you, not I love you.
for sure.
But, I mean,
Yeah.
the riddle was even so, like, it was a riddle, but I instantly knew what he was talking about,
He's-
even before he made the heart sign.
Yeah, he's giving the answer as he's telling the riddle. You know, he's like he's dumbing it down for Penguin, but
But
you know, all in all,
That-
it gave him, you know, something I don't think he even foresaw, which was Penguin making him the chief of staff. So,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
This
that is
team.
going to be really interesting.
oh
I
gosh,
can't wait for the visit to the GCPD.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new mayor
Mm.
and chief of staff.
Oh,
Oh boy.
That's going to be crazy. Do you think Enigma's going to go after Lee for taking his job?
I don't think so.
Or
I don't think there's nothing for
or
him
Lucius?
to benefit after going
no, just
after Lee.
not like going after them like he wants the job back, but just like out of spite to the GCPD.
I don't think he's into the spite right now.
No.
I think he has to, yeah. I mean, really, he just like, hello, peasants. And move
Pretty
on.
much, he's got the leg up right now. Why would he go back and mess with the trash?
That's true. I mean, speaking of trash, we had a little bit of Barbara this episode.
Nice segue.
Sure she is Lady Emily.
It was until you pointed it out. But yeah, like she really didn't serve a big purpose in this episode. Jim just kind of went to her
No.
for information, and then I just loved her. Like my second favorite scene this whole episode was just her going, "It's Gotham, baby. We all got flair." You know, I love the theatrics and the overdramatics of it.
I was just hoping she was like gonna elbow drop somebody through a table at that point. 'Cause
Right?
We all got flair. Bam.
But I think this was
Cool.
put in to remind us that she was still hypnotized. She's not currently, like now, but she's still infected with the
Right.
hypnotic thing the same way Jim is.
Yeah,
So I
she's-
think it was just a reminder of, hey, don't forget about this.
Yeah, she still has that trigger. She hears it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is it still that she's madly in love with him?
Yeah.
with Jervis, yeah.
Mm.
So I wonder if that's going to
Yeah.
have any bearing on Jim. You know, seeing her madly in love with someone else and having dealt with, you know, that with Lee directly, you know. So I'm curious how that's going to ripple out. I think it'll be interesting.
Hmm.
But we got to see a little bit more of Selena and Not Bruce's date. You know, it entailed robbing a bar
Yeah.
where I don't know how anyone could mistake her as like somebody working the bar. Like she's not old enough to be working in a bar.
She's 16.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
looks it.
Yeah, there's no way she's she's walking through there. Oh, you know, this guy said at the end of the bar you're buying a round of drinks and something about your mother, and he's like, what? He just gets up, starts his big bar brawl. She sneaks into the office and she gets caught. You know, and that's not good. It was looking really bad for her. She almost lost a finger there.
Yeah.
A broken finger anyway, at the very least.
Yeah.
But we have Not Bruce Lee come in and save her. He's not Bruce Lee.
No.
He's pretty close.
But he does kick some ass, man.
He does.
Like,
Oh man.
He does.
Yeah.
knows how to fight, feels no pain. I mean,
You know how when we were talking last episode, I said if they don't call him not Bruce, I'm going to be so disappointed. It happened. Selena
did.
called him not Bruce 3 times.
You're not
times.
Bruce. You're not Bruce. You're
That's-
not Bruce.
that's pretty good because I just made that up to be funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was really good. That was when she was stitching him up. Before she was stitching him up because of the gash he got in the fight.
yeah.
He didn't really have any feeling of because he can't feel.
No, but apparently he has other scars too. So, you know,
And
Yeah.
that's how she knew.
yeah. But you know, she catches him in it, but he's actually pretty honest about it. He opens up and says everything about Indian Hill, you know, and you know, admits that he was there the night Selena came and saw how she looked at Bruce, and She was like, you must be mistaken. There's nothing like that. I'm like, Selena, shut the fuck up. Like, you know,
For real.
you know what's going on. And we see it later with Bruce. Like, Bruce is all mad, not even at the fact that he took the car or, looked like him and everything. It's that he spent the day with Selena. And not Bruce calls him out on it, and he really has nothing to say. So, it's true. And not Bruce leaves, and you're sitting there going, okay, well, where did he go? Bruce isn't concerned with that. He's just concerned with whether or not he actually kissed Selena.
Yeah. He's like, well, what the hell, man?
And
What girl?
I think we had a question from Baby Batcat Fanatic at the very beginning of chat, and it says, why does Doppel Bruce get to kiss Selena before the real Bruce? Because not Bruce has the balls.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got the stones to do it. That's it.
He don't give shit. He just did it because he felt like he had to. Whereas Bruce Wayne, he's a little puss and he's scared.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's the reason.
Didn't he kiss Blondie last season?
Yeah, but that's because Blondie was all up on his lap.
That's true.
She wanted him. She wanted him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And then I'm sitting there going, after watching that scene of Bruce being more concerned with whether or not the kiss went off, and then I'm like, well, where did he go? And then we see, he's walking down the streets. It looks like he's leaving town, and we have the lady from the Court of Owls come in and basically drug him and take him away. And they said, think of us as your parents, and it's just like, okay,
Bruce Wayne? Nah, I'm not Bruce Wayne. You could be.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that's going down.
And Dom, I think you called this in our first episode, right?
Well, my first episode
happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that he could be, a replacement one way or the other for Bruce. Whether it's they think he's Bruce and kill him, and thinking that they're killing Bruce, or they're serving as a replacement for Bruce. One of the two options there, and it seems like that's what they've been genetically engineering, a replacement for Bruce, so they have control over the company.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think though not Bruce is going to foil their plans. I think he's going to play along for a while, but realize that
it's going to be what's going to foil it is going to be Selena. It's going to be not Bruce's love for Selena.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
But,
yep.
The other question I had was when Alice was in the GCPD, we saw Lee taking her blood. What do you think's going to happen with the blood that the police department has?
Oh man, I hope nothing bad. But
I don't know. I mean,
Lee knows that it's infectious. Alice told her so. So I don't know if Lee's gonna fuck it up, but I think somebody else in the GCPD might get their fingers dirty.
Well, I was gonna say if Enigma comes back and is like, I want to go through my lab, and
that's true.
Sees that, he's gonna be like, ooh, and I don't know. I could see him doing something stupid with it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe that's where the Joker serum starts coming about. Like, he has the stuff, and he's just making the things, and he's making friends with all the crazy people, and it just happens.
Yep. Baby Batcat Fanatic wants to know, how did she know what Bruce's stomach looks like? Probably a good question, but don't forget, Selena and Bruce spent quite a long time living together on the streets. I'm sure at some point Bruce changed his shirt. That's really all I could think about. But yeah. And Wendell's even saying the Court of Owls can get it from the precinct. So
this is true.
This
is true.
The blood. Yeah. Should be interesting. Do you guys have anything else for this episode?
I don't really know.
Mm-mm.
I just want to say that poor GPCD.
It's been rebuilt and renovated and just Yeah, the building might as well just not exist, and they might as
Yeah.
just, pack up.
It's time.
Let's just go somewhere else that, has a little bit more give and go. It's a little bit more sturdy than.
That brawl was fantastic, though. I just want to.
It was really good.
Oh, it was awesome.
Next episode is called Anything for You. Crime in Gotham is at an all-time high as Penguin struggles to uphold his promises to the city. Meanwhile, Butch goes down a dark path with the infamous Red Hood gang, and Bruce begins to investigate Ivy's whereabouts.
Okay.
Ooh.
There's a couple of good things listed in there.
Should be really good. I love the Red Hood gang. Still waiting for some Jerome, and potentially the Red Hood gang may have some clues.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Jerome was going to be around, we'd see a little bit more by now. We'd have more TV
Probably.
teasers and previews. So I don't quite think he's there. I know we've heard the laugh. We heard the laugh at the end of season 2.
To be fair, we have like another 15 episodes.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm saying I at least want a clue to let you know he's coming, kind of thing. I don't expect to see him in this episode.
No.
It would be a good final scene for this episode, but
Maybe he's the villain arc for the second half after the winter break.
Could be.
Maybe we won't get any hints until then.
Could be. I'm very content with Indian Hill just being all the creations being the villains for the whole season. I'm completely content with that. But he is one of them, so who knows? But I think that's it. Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom 24.
Excellent. John, where can the people find you?
You can find me at No More on the Twitter.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomedom, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, games, and movies. Until next time, see you guys later.
Laters. My house smells like popcorn.
Buttered popcorn, or like white cheddar popcorn, or caramel corn, or...
I can't really tell. I think it's just regular popcorn.
That's terrible.